is an important instrument in any society as it gives guidance on the running of the affairs of the country or organization. The law refers to a set of rules intended by the framers to regulate the conduct of people or affairs in society. Under the Zambian governance structure, the legislative or law reform function is facilitated by the Ministry of Justice. Until 1996, the law review function was undertaken by the Law Reform Department in the Ministry of Justice. In 1996, the Zambian government decided to convert the Law Reform Department into the Zambia Law Development Commission, an autonomous statutory body established under the Zambia Law Development Commission Act, Chapter 32 of the Laws of Zambia, in order to satisfy the need to have an independent body with a full mandate to carry out comprehensive law reform in the country. The ZLDC was therefore set up with a primary mandate to carry out law review and reform through a systematic and participation approach that involves stakeholder engagement and consultation, research and incorporation of regional and international best practices. The law reforms that ZLDC undertakes are aimed at removing old laws that are no longer relevant to the Zambian society from the laws of Zambia, incorporating the social and political values of the Zambian people into existing and new legislation, and proposing new laws that should be introduced, as well as new methods of administering and dispensing justice.
The Zambia Law Development Commission holds a very critical role and has got a very important mandate to execute in the Zambian society, especially where democracy is concerned and especially where laws are concerned. So SACOD was formed in 1999 and officially registered in 2000, and by that time the Zambia Law Development Commission was in place. So, and if you look at our mandate, one of them has involved issues pertaining to legislative and policy tracking. But interface, if you will, with the Zambia Law Development Commission has been from the time that we were formed and officially registered as an entity. ZLDC, we have done a number of works as regards to the reforms of the Public Order Act and ensuring that it is in line with the modern prevailing democratic trends.
ZLDC is duty-bound to undertake law reviews on recommendations or requests from the Minister of Justice, from line ministries, statutory bodies, and indeed from any member of the public. The Commission comprises 13 members appointed by the Minister of Justice in accordance with the ZLDC Act for a renewable term of 3 years. The day-to-day operations of the Commission are undertaken by a secretariat with an establishment of 32 members of staff. From June 2018, the Commission was led by its Commission Chairperson, Madam Justice Roida Kaoma, who was appointed in 2015. The commissioners were Mr. Andrew Mwanakulanga as Vice Chairperson and Mr. Lazarus Chota, Mr. Shilambwe Mwanga, Mr. Andrew Nkunika, Mr. Patrick Samwimbila, and Mr. Francis Chilunga as members respectively. Mrs. Hope Ndlovuchanda serves as Director and Commission Secretary. Since its establishment, the Commission has undertaken law review projects in a number of key national development areas. In the area of elections, democracy and participation, the Commission conducted legislative audits and national consultations on, inter alia, the development of the Political Parties Bill, Public Order Amendment Bill, and the operationalization of voting by persons in lawful custody, under which process the Commission developed the Electoral Process Amendment Bill, the Electoral Process Campaign in Prisons and Correctional Centers Regulations, and the Electoral Commission of Zambia Amendment Bill. Reforms. The Commission successfully developed the Anti-Torture Bill, Non-Governmental Organizations Bill, Anti-Terrorism and Non-Proliferation Amendment Bill, Zambia Correction Services Bill, and is currently reviewing the Penal Code Act and the Criminal Procedure Code Act.
We worked extensively with the Zambia Law Development Commission when we were assigned by government to work on the Public Order Act and the drafting of the Political Parties Bill. Law reform is a very specialized field, which I would like that ZLDC puts a lot of effort into it. Furthermore, I would encourage ZLDC also to compete internationally.
Social inclusion and gender balance. The Commission also undertook law reform projects in the area of social inclusion and gender balance and developed the Anti-Gender-Based Violence Act and facilitated the establishment of the first 2 fast-track courts in Kabwe and Lusaka. Further, the Commission reviewed the Witchcraft Act and developed the Children's Court Bill, Anti-Human Trafficking Bill, and the Interstate Succession Bill. The Commission reviewed the Matrimonial Causes Act 1973 and consequently developed a bill which was later enacted into law as the Matrimonial Causes Act No. 20 of 2007. Further, the Commission reviewed the Marriage Act and subsequently developed the Marriages Bill. In addition, the Commission reviewed the Anti-Gender-Based Violence Act and conducted works on customary land tenure and economic empowerment. In this area, the Commission conducted nationwide consultations on the Rural Electrification Amendment Bill. In addition, the Commission developed the National Youth Development Council Amendment Bill, the Sports Council of Zambia Amendment Bill, and the Customary Land Tenure Bill. Further, the Commission worked on the local court system in Zambia to improve access to justice at local court level. A key aspect of the Commission's methodology is stakeholder engagement and consultations in the law reform process.
PRISCA, Prisons Care and Counseling Association, is 20 years old. So we were formed in the year 2000 and we quickly looked for them and identified them. Because I spent years in prisons, what we wanted was a body that is mandated to review and change some of the archaic and old articles in our Prisons Act, Cap 97, the Penal Code, Cap 87, and also the Criminal Procedure Code, Cap 88. Those were the major things. So we've been with them all the way. You know, this is where I want to thank the outgoing board, because I remember them in Siavonga. First of all, the major achievement we have achieved together with Zambia Law Development Commission is the reviewing and renaming of the Prisons Act Cap 97 in Siavonga, led by the director, Mrs. Hope Chanda. And this precipitated the paradigm shift. The former president assented to the new constitution on 5th January 2016, changing not only the name, but also the model from the punitive one to correctional model. This was as a result of great work done by Zambia Law Development Commission.
Public engagement in the law reform process. The successes the Commission has scored cannot be attributed to the Commission's efforts and ingenuity alone. They have been achieved through partnerships cultivated over the years with government ministries and statutory bodies, civil society organizations, CSOs, and cooperating partners such as United Nations agencies, the European Union, and Government Technical Cooperation, GIZ. The partnerships have increased collaboration, knowledge, expertise, and resources available to make better pieces of legislation and to reach and engage a larger number of stakeholders. In 2019, the Commission, with the support of GIZ, developed a project titled ZLDC Public and Civil Society Engagement in the Law Reform Process. The main objectives of the project were to increase stakeholder and public engagement in the law reform process. At German Technical Cooperation GIZ, we talked to Johanna Strohecker, the Deputy Program Manager in ACT. She stated that the institution had worked with ZLDC in reviewing the NGO Act, Penal Code, among other projects.
My name is Johanna Strohecker. I work for GIZ. GIZ is the implementing organization for the German Development Corporation. We have worked with the ZLDC under 2 of our programs. One, the CSPP, is the Civil Society Participation Program, commissioned by our Federal Ministry for economic cooperation and development. And the other one is PLEAD, the Program for Legal Empowerment and Enhanced Justice Delivery, which we have cooperated jointly between Germany and the European Union. In the latter one, we have worked with the ZLDC on the reform of the Penal Code and the Criminal Procedure Code. And under the CSPP, we have worked on the NGO Act, or more specifically on the repeal and replacement of the NGO Act.
In an effort to enhance stakeholder engagement and to disseminate information on law reforms, the Commission redesigned its website to make it more interactive and informative, created social media links such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and publishes a newsletter which covers projects it undertakes, as well as specialized feature articles from the members of staff and guest writers. Currently, the Facebook page has 11,812 followers, while YouTube and Twitter have more than 50 followers. Since August 2021, the posts that were uploaded online reached 235,520 people as of 19th November 2021. The Commission has also undertaken capacity building activities for its staff to improve its service delivery and procured a limited number of ICT equipment. The Commission made submissions to the Parliament on the key thematic areas such as land tenure, sexual reproductive health, child marriages, legal aid, gender matters and governance, youth participation in governance, and sports and the Constitution. Additionally, in the first quarter of 2021, the ZLDC introduced a weekly article which is published every Wednesday on its online platforms. Since the time of the commencement of weekly articles, the Commission has published 18 articles. In our continued efforts to improve our service delivery, to tackle some challenges we face with publication of the articles, and to better serve you, the Zambian public, we have revised the compilation of our weekly article. Our weekly articles will continue to be premised on trending issues. In addition, the articles will also be premised on series based on predetermined topics or themes and/or commemorative days and their applicable themes. Starting November 2021, the compilation of the weekly article has been revised to make it more participatory by, among others, incorporating stakeholder views through rapid snap surveys. We are very excited by this revised methodology and invite you to participate in our surveys and share your views on the direction our law reform efforts should take.
Taking into account that we have got a new government in place and looking at what so far they have done in terms of trying to ensure that human rights are protected and actually adhered to as guaranteed in our constitution, we are very much expectant that the new Dawn government will actually ensure that they fulfill their obligations by ensuring that they protect, fulfill and respect human rights as per the 1993 Vienna Convention and Program of Action on Human Rights.
Despite the setbacks of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Commission continued to execute its mandate by devising measures such as working remotely and the use of virtual platforms like Zoom to engage its stakeholders and partners. This facilitated improved use of technology by the Commission, especially for stakeholder engagement. The 2021 to 2026 ZLDC strategic. The Commission sits on the horizon and equips itself to better serve the Zambian public. It developed a strategic plan for the period 2021 to 2026 with technical support from Management Development Division of Cabinet Office. The future of ZLDC. With the 2021 to 2026 strategic plan, the Commission shall continue to provide principled, progressive new laws and be a catalyst of change while responding to the ever-changing needs of the public we serve. The ZLDC is committed to ensuring that the public, government ministries and departments, media and civil society organizations are engaged in the law reform processes. The long-term impact of projects and activities conducted by the Commission has been the enhanced participation of the public on matters of good governance and the creation of a conducive environment within which constitutionalism thrives. Among other outcomes, laws have been harmonized while archaic provisions have been removed from the statute book.